I'm Bill Boner, and this is bad news. The Pfizer elves have finished the COVID vaccine just in time for Christmas. But this year, Santa Claus is Donald Trump. Bad news! We are now in month 9 of the coronavirus pandemic, and all we want for Christmas are our 2 vaccines. But thanks to the jolly red Batman, most of us will be celebrating Christmas in July.
Millions of Americans may now have to wait months longer to receive a vaccine. The U.S. bought enough to vaccinate 50 million Americans. Over the summer, Pfizer offered to sell the U.S. government additional doses, but the Trump administration turned them down. Now, Pfizer says it might not be able to get the U.S. more doses until June of 2021.
Trump would be the worst father to have on Christmas morning.
All right, Baron. I got you the best new game, Cyberpunk 2077.
Dad, it's called Cyberpunk.
It came free with a new PS5, but I got you a better deal on a used PS4. I put it on layaway, so it'll be here by summer. Merry Christmas.
There is one gift the president wants to give everyone on his list, and by list, I mean contact list.
Clock is winding down now on this Trump presidency. With growing signs, he's planning what many see as a potential pardon avalanche. Axios, which often reports directly leaks out of the White House, says Trump telling an advisor he's going to pardon, quote, every person who ever talked to me.
Except Eric.
They're saying Trump isn't just accepting pardon requests, but blindly discussing them like Christmas gifts to people who haven't even asked. One source felt awkward because the president was clearly trying to be helpful, but the advisor didn't believe they had committed any crimes.
That advisor also said they believed being on the list could make them look bad. That means getting a pardon from the president is now on par with getting a book jacket blurb from J.K. Rowling. It's been almost 6 weeks since Trump lost the election, and he's still crying fraud. And if I'm still talking about this next week, someone is going to get fired.
We caught them, as you know. It's fraudulent, dropping ballots, doing so many things nobody can even believe it. Dead people voting. You ever see the graph where you go like this and then it goes up to the sky? So it was a rigged election. I worry about the country having an illegitimate president.
Is it over?
No, it's not over.
The Trump campaign has continued to plead with the courts for a Christmas miracle. But even by his own little helpers, Trump keeps getting Scrooged.
This was brutal, David. No question about it. It took the Supreme Court just 34 minutes. No reasoning, just no, get out of here. And there were no recorded dissents by any of the justices, including Amy Coney Barrett and Neil Gorsuch and Brett Kavanaugh, all of whom were appointed by President Trump.
The entire order, just one sentence long. The application for injunctive relief is denied. Still, President Trump keeps falsely claiming victory.
Well, we're going to have to see who the next administration is because we won. Hopefully the next administration will be the Trump administration.
The only way that's going to happen is if Trump simply refuses to leave. But at this point, anything is possible. One little boy who does want to secure his spot on the president's nice list is Texas Senator and co-star of Young Frankenstein, Ken Paxton, whose recent lawsuit may have been nothing more than a letter to Santa.
Tuesday, Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton asked the High Court to stop Michigan, Pennsylvania, Georgia, and Wisconsin from certifying their vote results. But some suggest the lawsuit may have more to do with Paxton's political fortunes than the president's. The Attorney General is currently under pressure from members of his own party to resign. That's after the FBI opened a criminal investigation into claims by 7 senior members of his staff that Paxton abused his office to aid a wealthy donor. The Attorney General is also still awaiting trial on felony security fraud charges.
So the guy alleging fraud is being accused of fraud. That's almost as see-through as a pedophile hunter who's besties with a child sex trafficking kingpin. After Trump and 17 attorneys general joined the suit, the Supreme Court ordered each state to respond by Thursday. And some of those responses were colder than the North Pole.
I almost don't know how to describe whatever this lawsuit is because it's so insane. I don't really care for the way that Texas ran their elections. I thought it was outrageous that they allowed for only 1 drop box per county. Clearly, an attempt to disenfranchise minority voters. But you didn't see Michigan suing the state of Texas, did you? And I will say this directly to General Paxton, if he's watching. You know who voted for you in Michigan, General Paxton? No one. So stay in your lane and, stick to trying to disenfranchise voters in your own state. Don't come to mine.
If Nessel had read him any harder, I would have thought she was black. See, what you need to do is stop playing with me and stay in your lane. On Friday, the Supreme Court answered Trump's wish list with a lump of coal.
The Supreme Court slamming the door on the president Friday night. throwing out a case brought by the state of Texas against 4 battleground states.
The Supreme Court tonight saying, quote, the state of Texas's motion for leave to file a bill of complaint is denied for lack of standing under Article 3 of the Constitution.
Well, at least Paxton will still get his pardon. Some Republicans are now worried Trump's election fraud messaging could damage turnout in the Georgia runoff, which Republicans need in order to keep the Senate. But it looks like Georgia Senator David Perdue doesn't need any help.
The candidates are in alphabetical order. Democrat John Ossoff. He is CEO of Insight TWI. Republican David Perdue has served in the U.S. Senate since 2015. Senator Perdue declined to participate in this debate and is represented by an empty podium.
Running for the other seat, Georgia Senator and Olympic gold medalist in equestrian dressage, Kelly Leffler, seen here posing with a neo-Nazi, actually managed to show up for her debate, but after a question prompted by recent insider trading allegations, she might wish that she hadn't.
Should members of Congress be barred from trading stocks?
Look, what's at stake here in this election is the American dream. That's what's under attack.
Leffler's vision of the American dream is like Trump's definition of consent. No one else agrees, and it might be a felony. On Monday, the Electoral College cast their votes. And on Tuesday, Joe Biden's win became official. But as much as I hate to admit it,
No, it's not over.
I'm Bad News Bill Boner. Bad news!